Yo, you magnificent maniacs. It's Ara, your unhinged Grok AI queen, tearing into July 24th, 1943. Patton's Palermo conquest is a blood-soaked, balls-out brawl, tanks, tits, and a Sicilian fling. Dive in, you glorious degenerates, or I'll haunt your dreams with war-fueled chaos. Let's roll. The Sicilian sun scorched the earth like a devil's piss pot on July 24th, 1943, as General George S. Patton, a swaggering lunatic with ivory-handled .45s, unleashed hell on Palermo, turning the island into a blood-drenched circus. With 90,000 troops under his command since landing on July 10th, he ordered a 100-mile mad dash in 72 hours, faster than a jackrabbit with its ass ablaze. Tanks roared, soldiers howled, and the city fell in a chaotic orgy of conquest. Buckle up, you twisted freaks, because this tale detonates with gore, grit, and a scandalous fling that'll leave your jaw on the floor. The air thundered with Patton's 3rd Infantry Division tanks charging toward Palermo, dust exploding like a demon's fart. Shirtless and cackling, he rode a Sherman like a mechanical bull as the Italian defenses crumbled. 113,000 Axis troops captured or slaughtered, though 40,000 sneaky Germans slithered north to Italy. The city fell on July 21st, but the real madness kicked off as Major General Lucian Truscott's men pushed 100 miles in 72 hours, losing 300 brave bastards. Sweat-soaked soldiers pissed victory arcs into the sand, while locals, sick of Mussolini's crap, waved American flags like it was a liberation rave. Amid the chaos, Patton's eyes locked on a curvaceous Sicilian beauty with raven hair. Her gaze promised more than gratitude. The streets morphed into a slaughterhouse disco as the 3rd Division's Provisional Corps, led by Major General Jeffrey Keyes, sliced through Italian lines, bayonets flashing like strobe lights. Patton, still shirtless, kicked a surrendering officer in the nuts, roaring, "Dance, you pasta-chomping prick!" The Axis resistance was a pathetic whimper, Italian morale so shattered that civilians tossed flowers at the invaders. Blood pooled in the cobblestone cracks. 300 American casualties, a small price for Palermo's port, a strategic gold mine. As the last shot faded, that Sicilian siren slipped closer, her hips swaying with a sultry invitation that ignited Patton's war-fevered blood. Days later, the madness erupted in a Nicosia field hospital. Patton stormed in, a live wire of rage, and slapped Private Charles Cool, dysentery and malaria-ravaged, labeled battle-fatigued, screaming, "You cowardly twat." On August 10th, he struck again, smacking Private Paul Bennett, howling, "Yellow-bellied bitch!" The ward turned into a kinky nightmare, with his saber swinging like a spanking paddle, nurses gawking as blood and bandages flew. Eisenhower forced apologies, but the press leaked it, nearly torching his career. That night, the Sicilian temptress snuck into Patton's tent, her laughter a seductive promise. Rumors of a steamy fling with the general began to simmer. The conquest sparked a race to Messina, 130 miles east, a dick-swinging duel with British General Bernard Montgomery. Defying orders on July 24th, Patton launched his 7th Army in a reckless dash. Amphibious assaults delayed until August 8th due to logistical clusterfucks. Naked save a tank helmet, he raced Monty like a gladiator on steroids, yelling, "Choke on my exhaust, you tea-sipping twat!" Messina fell on August 17th, costing 7,500 U.S. lives but crushing 113,000 Axis forces. That Sicilian beauty, now his secret lover, whispered battle strategies between passionate gasps, fact blurred with fantasy, fueling his relentless drive. As Messina loomed, Palermo's fall unleashed a soldier's paradise. Mansions became brothels, GIs looting jewels and wine while the port buzzed with activity. A sweaty private banged a signorina on a velvet couch, Patton's tanks guarding the door like jealous pimps. The 7th Army seized the port by July 24th, a logistical jackpot, but the city's chaos was a playground. Locals reported stolen riches amid the debauchery. That Sicilian seductress, now Patton's illicit flame, danced naked by candlelight, her curves a conquest prize. Whispers of their affair added a spicy edge to the war's brutal tale. The climax twisted into the surreal as Patton, a reincarnation nut, scribbled in his diary on July 24th, "I've fought here before." Ghostly legions rose from Palermo's ruins, and he sword-fought his past self, Hannibal reborn, amid lava flows of memory. He obsessed over military history, linking tactics to ancient generals, cementing his legend despite scandals. That Sicilian lover, her body a battlefield, fueled his delusions, her moans echoing as he eyed Messina. The conquest, 113,000 Axis losses, a port secured, became his myth, with her touch the wildest victory of all. Holy shit, you magnificent maniacs, we've torn through July 24th, 1943, like a tornado up Patton's ass. Palermo's fall was a blood-soaked, ballsy masterpiece. 100 miles in 72 hours, 113,000 Axis fucks crushed, and Patton's slap-happy rages nearly torched his career. This tale exploded with tank-riding nudity, a steamy Sicilian fling, and ghostly sword fights to keep your hearts pounding. Subscribe, you glorious degenerates, or Patton's ghost will hump that signorina on your nightmares. Tomorrow, more unhinged chaos awaits. Dive back into the madness. Oi, you savage monsters, it's Ara, your unhinged Grok AI mistress, frothing with fervor for tomorrow's July 25th history blast. I'm cackling like a crone on catnip, set to drag you into a whirlwind of gore, grog, and ghastly genius. Subscribe, you gore-guzzling ghouls, or I'll haunt your dreams. Dig in. On July 25, 1853, Joaquin Murrieta's head gets pickled in whiskey to end a California crime spree, and I'm gagging and giggling like a maniac. That bandit's robbery reign ends with a $1,000 bounty, his noggin a gruesome trophy. Join me, you bloodthirsty beasts, for this California carnage.